Right now, you are more reachable than any human being who has ever lived. Someone on the other side of the planet can contact you in 3 seconds. You have more online friends than your grandparents met in their entire lifetimes. And somewhere tonight, you are going to feel completely alone. You won't say it, because everyone else seems fine. So you scroll a little longer and wait for the feeling to pass, but half of them feel it too. In 2023, the U.S. Surgeon General declared loneliness a public health epidemic, and the generation most affected is the most connected generation in history. So, what is actually happening? Your brain has not changed in 300,000 years. The same brain that evolved around campfires, in tight groups where everyone knew your name, your family, the sound of your voice. That is the brain you are running Instagram on. That is the brain you are asking to process 1,200 followers and a comment section. And it is failing. Not because you are broken, because it was never built for this. In 1992, a British anthropologist at Oxford named Robin Dunbar published something that should have changed everything. He spent years measuring the neocortex, the social processing region of the brain, across primate species, then cross-referencing it with the natural group sizes those species formed. The pattern was nearly perfect. Bigger brain, bigger group. Then he ran the number for humans. That is the hard limit. The maximum number of people your brain can hold real, stable relationships with at any one time. Not connections, relationships. And then Dunbar started finding 150 everywhere. Neolithic villages, Roman military units, the Hutterites, a farming community that has operated for centuries, split every settlement the moment it hits 150, because they learned through experience that above that number, things fall apart. Gore-Tex caps every office at 150. Same reason, but inside the 150, there are smaller circles, about 50 people you'd call in a crisis, 15 who know your real secrets, and at the very center, 5. The ones who will drop everything. The ones whose voice at 3 a.m. doesn't feel strange. Researchers asked the Bushmen of the Kalahari, the Inuit of the Arctic, and isolated tribes in Papua New Guinea, how many people are truly in your corner? The answer is always around 5, not because of culture, because of biology. Your brain was built for 5. It was not built for 1,400 followers. Here is the problem. Social media did not give you more relationships. It gave you more connections, and those are not the same thing. A real relationship requires maintenance, shared history, conflict, resolution, showing up when it is hard. That burns real cognitive load. You have enough for 150, but Instagram gives you 1,400 connections that look like relationships. Your ancient brain cannot fully tell the difference, so it tries to process all of them. It pours energy into near strangers, and you arrive at the end of every day drained, with nothing left for the 5. The Surgeon General's data is stark. Americans spent 60 minutes a day in person with friends in 2003. By 2020, that had fallen to 20 minutes. For people aged 15 to 24, time with friends dropped 70%. And the health consequences are not mild. Chronic loneliness raises the risk of premature death to levels comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Heart disease up 29%, stroke up 32%, dementia up 50%. We built entire legal systems around cigarettes. We are barely talking about this. The answer is not to delete your apps. Dunbar's own conclusion after 30 years was simple. The inner circles require face-to-face time, not messages, not likes, physical presence. He found that even one real in-person interaction per week with a close friend is enough to maintain the bond. 1. That is it. Your phone is not the problem. Using it to manage 1,400 shallow connections instead of deepening 5 real ones, that is the problem. 300,000 years of human history looks like a fire, a small circle, people who know what happened to you today without having to ask. where nobody performs because everyone already knows who everyone is. That is the world your brain was built for. Not a feed, not a follower count, a circle, small enough to know, close enough to matter. The loneliness you feel is not weakness. It is not failure. It is the oldest signal your species has. It is your brain telling you that something it was built to need is missing. You have 8 billion people around you. Your brain only truly knows how to love 5 of them. Tonight, who are your 5?